Well, I'll come to you from my garage today. Why? Because I have to do something with the power supply today. And I'll show you what I'm doing here. What's going on over here is I have a flow charger on my Mercury. Why am I doing that, you say? Well, it's because I'm cheap. Leave a flow charger on it every couple of days or so because the battery that's in it is 10 years old. It's supposed to be a 4-year battery, and it's actually lasted that long, and my generator still charges it during the day, but if I don't go ahead and use it for like maybe 2 days, something like that, then it'll get down to the point where it's just low enough where it won't crank over. So I keep the flow charger on it, put it on every couple days or so, just so I keep the battery up. But that's not what I'm doing today. We are going to be going over to the power supply today. And if you notice I have it tilted over, there's a good reason for that. I'm going to lock that in place. The reason is I have to make this hole bigger. Turns out this reset button, it's kaput. She is no good. Does not check out. So I'm going to use a 5 amp circuit breaker in place of it. The only problem with that is it's just a wee bit too small to fit in there. And then on top of that, you know, this has got threads. This other thing had these little tabs to bend up in it to hold it in place. So I'm going to get rid of that completely. But this thing is dead. There's no two ways about it. It does not work. So I'm going to use my good old step bit on my Ryobi, and we'll see if we can make it fit. We'll go test it out every so often. Oh, almost there. Not very far. Don't have to go very far. Oops, I just shook out the... This thing's starting to wobble on me. I don't know where it's doing that. Shouldn't be. Alright. Let's see if we can get that in there so it doesn't wobble. Come on, you get in there. That's it. Make sure you don't wobble. Okay, that's better. There we go. That's only one step. If I do it that way, then I shouldn't have to, I won't block out the reset button. Ah, yes, perfect. That'll work. That'll work fine. So, I'll put it in there. And it'll still say reset, and it'll have a button. And I just got to find a locking nut for that. And that should work. That should do what we have to do. Well, so that didn't take long at all. I thought, oh, shoot, this is going to take forever. But not with this. So that's going to work. And what else? Well, I don't know. Let me see. Get a close up maybe. Get a better close up of that thing. I don't know. It seems like it's kind of washed out on here, doesn't it? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Anyway, you did see up there on top, it does say, it says reset. So that's not going to be blocked out. So it'll look like it was still made for it, but it'll just have these two slots on either side. Big deal. So other than that, everything else still works on this. In fact, Ron came out over the other day and said, you know why you can't get a reading on that? I said, why? He said, well, because the thing is with this, it's going to be plugged into a radio, and if it's plugged in, that'll make the other circuit so this thing will go on. So what I got to do is I got to put, just a jumper in there on pins 9 and 10, or across a couple of pins, and then that should take care of it, and then it'll work fine. So, as it is, the jumper just fell off on me. Oh. Yeah. That's all it takes. That's the jumper right there. Not much to it. Just plug it in 9 and 10 and that's it. She's done. It's close. I'm going to have to go ahead. I'll go back in and get that right because that's kind of hokey anyway. And, you know, it's kind of on the hokey side, but, and I'll solder the ends. And that's just going to be until I hook a radio up to it. I do have another sideband radio I'm going to hook to it so that we can really test it out. So, because I have never been able to test out this other Heathkit's sideband radio at all because I never had a power supply working for it. So that's what this is going to be for. So anyway, let me see here. Drag myself back down again. I got everything on my bench still. Where am I? Oh, where's my door? Oh, there's my door. Here where my door was. Alright, well, I don't know if I can even get in that picture. Well, let's see. Oh, I know why. Hold on. This will work. Should drop it back a bit. I had it up too high there. Okay, there we go. There we go. So anyhow, yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'll go ahead and put that together and it'll go back and take it back in my bench inside and we'll work with that. And pretty sure it's going to work okay because we tested it out when Ron was over. If we put those jumpers in there, I couldn't check out the 800 volts because it went past my scale. It was off scale on my fluke meter. So the other 300 and 250, all the other voltages come up perfectly. So there's no problem there. And also means that the electrolytics are not shorted. So what I'm going to do there is just going to add new caps to it. And I'm going to cut the other old ones out. I'll just put new ones in. And I may not even put all of them in. I may just maybe 2 out of the 4. I don't know. Depends what I feel like, where I can get to. Anyhow, so that's going to be it for now. We'll talk to you guys later.